I don't even have a half-assed reason really as to why I've never done this drum before. I'll put my hand up. There you go. I'll put my hand up and say I really should have paid more attention, and I should have actually have done it a lot earlier. It was just a complete oversight that I'd never done either of the two of these drums. But anyway, I'm rectifying that now. So this particular drum, as I mentioned, I have both versions of this drum. This is the 14x6.5 inch version. I also have the 14x5.5 version. I'm going to do that as a separate video because, quite frankly, the history and just the history behind that drum is probably a little bit more interesting than this one. However, this is my favourite snare drum. This is my favourite metal snare drum. And I'm going to put that down because it's worth a rather lot of money. But it's an AK Craviotto 14x6.5 original nickel over brass diamond series snare drum, and it came out, I think it was in about 2008 or so, and I got this drum directly from Steve Maxwell in the States. The drum itself is a 14x6.5 10 lug nickel over brass drum, tube lugs, triple franged hoops, Trick GS007 strainer, and the very funky upside down diamond series butt plate there. All of the engraving is hand done by Adrian Kirschler in Italy. It's a two-piece shell as well. So as I said, basically there is nothing about this drum not to like. It's my favourite drum, basically because it ticks all of the boxes. It looks fantastic, it draws you in, and it sounds great as well. And there's a reason why a lot of the top guys playing around today have got these drums. I can't remember which size Chad Smith has, but Chad Smith has one of these. Matt Chamberlain used to gig with one of these, and I think there's a few photos of him knocking around. Ronnie Vanucci, he's gigged with one of these as well. So there are a lot of these drums out there that have been used by the high-end guys. Despite the fact this is actually my favourite metal snare drum, it doesn't really have that much of a story behind it, to be honest. So anyway, as I said, my favourite snare drum, my favourite metal snare drum, sorry. Obviously, maybe if I put it there, I'll hold it that side so it's not catching the light quite so much. I'll do a spin round so you can get a better idea of what this drum looks like. I don't use it very often, to be honest. I did use it in here fairly recently, just have on the kit for a change because I haven't played it for a while. The great thing about these drums, which is not the same with the majority of the other metal collaboration drums that have come since, is that these hardly ever come up for resale. I've seen 3 over the last sort of maybe 5 years. I'm not an avid watcher of eBay in the States, where probably they're more likely to go, but I have seen a few. The first 2 I saw, I think, were respectively £3,000 and $3,000 each. The more recent one, which came up for sale over here, thankfully actually someone who I'm in contact with and chat with, he actually managed to grab it for a steal as well, I will say. So well done, mate. And that wasn't quite £3,000, but I think it was under 2.5, which is an absolute bargain as far as I'm concerned. These drums weren't that much at the time. I've got a feeling they were about £1,800 sterling when they came out, and they have actually appreciated in value. The other metal collaboration drums, I think for the most part, from what I can see, they seem to be holding their value. They don't seem to have gone up in value particularly, but they do seem to be holding their value, which is obviously a great thing. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.